So this is a laptop. Yeah, it's big, heavy, and frankly ridiculous in every way that matters. But for professionals on the go who need insane levels of pixel-peeping precision, this thing might be worth considering. It's called the MJS14, and no, it's not a typo. The screen really is that big at 14 inches, with a 3:2 aspect ratio and a 98% Adobe RGB color gamut. Basically, this thing has the color accuracy and size of a studio monitor crammed into a portable package that can connect to your desktop, Mac, or PC via USB-C or Thunderbolt. Heck, there are even HDMI ports if you want to use it as a monitor without the laptop part. The whole thing weighs just under 5 pounds and measures less than 1/3 of an inch thick. And while that does sound impressive, you'll still probably want to take a closer look. Sorry, couldn't resist. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never seen a laptop screen that size without having to fold it in half like an e-reader. And I have to admit it feels pretty wild, even though the hinge feels sturdy enough. Then there's the keyboard, which honestly doesn't feel that different from typing on a regular laptop, even if you do have to get used to the smaller keys. As for the trackpad, well, it's definitely big enough to swipe and scroll with your fingers. Just don't expect to use gestures like you would on a MacBook because there isn't room for that sort of thing here. Oh, and if you're wondering about the placement of the webcam and speakers, they're where you'd expect them to be on a regular laptop. So you'll have to hold the camera further away from your face if you don't want your nose touching the lens. But what if I told you that this laptop was actually a portable monitor in disguise? The answer to that hypothetical question is the MJS14. There are 3 simple ways to tell. First, there's no processor inside. This is basically just a screen with some electronics attached so you can control it. Second, the battery life is rated at a generous but believable 7 hours if you're using the screen by itself. And third, the company makes no claims whatsoever about gaming performance, because there's no discrete graphics card. Everything you see on the screen is being driven by your desktop or laptop's GPU. All of that means you'll need to bring a power brick wherever you go, unless you want to drain your laptop battery while using this thing. But when you plug it in, you do get essentially unlimited screen real estate, because you can set up the MJSA for multiple desktops or use a single app across both screens. It's also great for multitasking, since you can use a full-size keyboard and mouse with this thing. Plus, when you close the lid, you still have access to the ports on the back. There's 2 USB-C ports, 1 Thunderbolt 4 port, and an HDMI 2.1 input, plus a headphone jack. So you can leave your laptop at home and just bring this thing in a tablet if you want. On the other hand, if you do need a traditional laptop, then this thing will work perfectly well as a second monitor. But after testing it out for a little while, I think I've found my calling. The MJSA is perfect for those times when you're working on something that requires intense focus and you want to shut everything else out. I mean, sure, it's big and heavy and will probably cause some neck strain if you're not careful. But the level of immersion you get when watching videos or playing games is hard to overstate. Plus, after trying this, I can't imagine ever going back to a regular old monitor. It's just too cramped. The only question now is whether you can find space in your bag for a 14-inch monitor. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave your suggestions for topics that we should cover in the future.